Hello everybody. So today we're going to talk about smudging and how effective and useful it can be at clearing negative energy that's stagnated around the home, even your car. So we'll get right to it. How many of you have actually done this before? Let me know in the comments. And if you have done it before, what have you used? How have you gone about it? Any tips you can share? I'm always happy to learn new things. So yeah, I want to get to work with the smudging. I want to go through it all with you today. This is a new video. I'm just messing around with some video software, kind of trying to get to grips with it. So this may not be perfect, but bear with me. They will get better as I learn more. So yeah, talking about the smudging, what I tend to do is I tend to use white sage. That's the most common thing to smudge with. You can use just ordinary sage. You can even get lavender versions that are kind of like, the bunches are kind of intertwined with lavender. And actually what I'll do is I'll show you what I use. That's probably the best. So this is the version that I use. Be careful because there's loads of like little crummies in here that could go everywhere. It looks a little scary, but actually all it is just a load of herbs, and it smells absolutely delicious. I love this smell. Some people are a bit like this about the smell of it, but when you know what it's doing for your environment and for your aura, your etheric body, your astral body, all of that good stuff, then I think you kind of just embrace the madness of the smell. It does smell a little bit like marijuana. When I used to do quite a lot of healing at Beautiful Souls, I used to always have to warn clients that before we started the Reiki treatment, towards the end, I would be burning some white sage, and that it wasn't actually the fact that I just sparked up a doobie. So this is the version that I use. It's kind of held together by this beautiful purple string here, and it holds it together really, really well. You do lose a few crumbs, but it does tend to hold it, and it's safe to burn that part of it as well. So what we're going to do is I've had this one. I think I've probably smudged with this one maybe 4 times. So you do get a lot. I mean, this bag had 4 of these bunches in it. And you can see this is a fresh bunch, kind of how big they are. So I've used this 4 times and it's not even really been touched. So a bag full will last you a good year, I'd say. This is from a company called, let me just remember what the name is of this one, crystalmagicwholesale.com. I will post a few links at the end of places you can order your white sage from. I do really like this one in particular because it has got a little bit of lavender in it, kind of softens the smell a little. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to smudge this room and just basically show you what to do, and then you can go and have a try of it yourself and see how you get on. Sound good? So I've got my white sage here, my white sage and lavender, and I've just got my lighter. The big long lighters are quite good to use. You don't run the risk of burning your fingers or anything, because you have got to keep it lit for quite a long time for it to actually take effect. So you have to keep lighting it for quite a while, and you may have to relight it a few times. But once it's lit, you can blow on it every now and again, just to keep it burning. Okay? Sorry about that. I did just ring Michael to see if he knew where my selfie stick was, because it would have been a lot easier, but he can't find it. He doesn't know where it is.
So once you've lit it, I'm just going to have to redo it again, guys. Like I say, it does take, once it's lit, it tends to stay lit, but it does take a few attempts at getting it going, especially when you've got a big bunch like this. You can get the smaller ones, but I like these ones. It's more Native American. Okay, there we are. Got some good smoke going there. So what I use with this is, it's nice to use a feather, you know, or you could use a card or anything really. Because I'm holding the phone, I'm not going to do that today, but you can use like the feather to waft the smoke into wherever you think it's needed. Change direction with the camera. I need both my hands. Okay, as I was saying, you can use a feather, a card, anything really, or you can even just use your hand. Start at the corners of the room and we go around all the edges. Okay, so you can see the nice beautiful smoke here. And we're going all the way up, because that's where stagnant energy tends to collect, is in the corners and along the skirting boards. So we're going to go all the way up, and you're basically just wafting the smoke into all of these areas. You can go around the window, and it's very wise to have your windows open so that all that negative energy, all them positive ions, which despite the name is not good for you, can get them to, you know, eradicate and get rid of them. And it's amazing once you've done this, how much lighter the air around you tends to feel. You wouldn't think that just something as simple as this could work so well, but it does. So I'm just gonna go along this area and go all the way around. I'll be back in 1 second. Around the door frames. Up into the corner. Around the bed. So if you remember to work low and high, we're not kind of working in the middle of the room, we're working low and we're working high. Okay, that's where the energy is going to collect, in the corners, around the skirting boards, around the doors, along the bottom of the bed. Kind of anywhere where energy can hide, that's where you want to get in there. And it's still lit, so as you can see, once you do get it going, you can do a full room before you probably have to light it again. There we go. And literally, that is it. You know, it's not rocket science. It's fairly easy. I tend to let it go out on its own, but you can stamp it out as well if you want to. So yeah, there you have it. That's how you smudge. And like I say, what I tend to do is leave the windows open, and then I'll hoover the room as well to collect all that leftover residual energy after the smudge has been done. So hope you found this useful. What I'm going to do is, for the whole of September, I'm just going to do little tips, little tricks like this. Just get used to the video software, and then from October onwards, I'm going to kind of deep dive into more personal development type things, that kind of thing. So yeah, hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a like, give me a comment, give me some love, and I'll speak to you very soon.